Hello students, this is my fifth lecture of optics. So in last class I have derived the relation between the focus and center of curvature by using the convex mirror. Okay, so in today's class we discuss about the Cartesian sign convention. Okay, in case of mirror we use some sign convention. Okay, what will be the object distance, what will be the image distance, how we taken the object distance, how we taken the image distance. Okay, so we will discuss about this. Now the first sign convention is that all the distances are measured from the pole of the mirror. Okay, so all the distance, so if this is the pole, suppose here we place an object, so we have to measure the object or image from this pole. That is, the pole is the reference point. Okay, we have to take the pole as the reference point. All the distance, all the object distance, image distance, we have measured from the pole. Okay, this from this distance. Okay, if the image from this there, then we have to take like this. Okay, so we have to take the pole as the reference point in case of spherical mirror. We have to measure all the distance from the point pole. Okay, so this is the first point. The second point is the distance measured in the direction of the incident light are taken as positive, while the distance measured in the opposite direction of the incident light are taken as negative. Okay, suppose in this case if you take an object, suppose AB, okay, incident ray like this. So this is the pole. Now suppose small m is the focal length and u is the object distance. Okay, so here we have to measure the distance of this object from the pole first of all. The second thing is that the distance which are taken in the direction of the incident ray. Okay, here if we want to find the distance of the object, then we have to take the direction, we have to measure in the opposite direction of the incident ray. That means in my left hand side. Okay, in the left hand side. So we have to take the measurement from this side to this side in the opposite direction of the incident ray. Incident ray is in direction, we have to measure this object distance in opposite direction. Okay, so this object distance we have every distance, then it will be negative. Why negative? Because we have taken this measurement in the opposite direction of the incident ray. Same like this focal length, it is also negative, and this, if you the radius of curvature, it is also negative in case of this one concave mirror. Okay, now here if you see, this is the convex mirror. Here we have to measure the focal length and radius of curvature in the same direction, of the incident ray. Okay, same direction of the incident ray. So if this is F and if this is R, then this F will be in my right hand side, so it will be plus F, and same like in the R will be also plus R. Okay, so the distance which are taken in the opposite direction of the incident ray are taken to the negative, and in the same direction of the incident ray are taken to be positive. Okay, this is very important. This is very important. Okay, for example, suppose For example, you can take over here I place an object. This is the focal length. In this case, the object distance will be negative, but the focal length is positive and the radius of curvature will be positive. In here, we discussed in concave mirror all the negative, all the terms will be negative, but in case of this convex mirror, only the object distance will be negative, but focal length radius of curvature is positive because it is in the same direction of the incident ray. Okay, this is the point number 2. Okay, now come to the number 3. That height of the height perpendicular to the principal axis in the upward direction are taken as positive, while in downward direction are taken as negative. So, suppose we have placed an object. Okay, if we find the height of the object, so we have to measure from this principal axis this height, and we take the height in upward direction. Here you can see we have to take the height of this object in upward direction to measure the in upward direction. So this height will be the positive. This height will be the positive. And if the object is lying like this, that means in downward direction, okay, then we have to measure this height in downward direction from the principal axis. It is perpendicular to the principal axis, and we measure the height of this object in downward direction. So this will be the negative. This distance, the height measure will be the negative because it is in the downward direction, or you can say in negative y-axis. You can say in negative y-axis. In negative y-axis, if we consider the axis like x, dash, y, that is it is plus x, minus x, plus positive axis, negative, positive, negative. Consider, then this will be the positive y-axis. So the distance measured in the positive y-axis are taken to be positive, and in the opposite direction, that is in negative y-axis, are taken to be negative. Okay, same like this, the distance of the object in positive x-axis are taken to be positive, in the opposite, that is in negative x-axis, are taken to be the negative. Okay, so these are the sign convention we use in spherical mirror. Okay, by using this sign convention, we will derive the mirror formula, we will solve different numerical by using this sign convention. Okay, so I have discussed about the different rules followed by the rays which are passing through the spherical mirror. So first I consider in case of the concave mirror. So at first I have already told you that the rays which are parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it will pass through the focus. Now one thing is that don't forget to give the direction. Okay? If in ray diagram, if you don't give the direction, then whole ray diagram will be wrong. Okay? This is very important, the direction of the ray. Okay? So first rule is that the ray which are parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it will pass through the focus. After reflection. Okay? So next one is, suppose a ray incident on the concave mirror by passing through the center of curvature. Okay, a ray is passing through the center of curvature and incident in the concave mirror. Okay, this ray will reflect back in the same path. Remember this. The ray which will pass through the center of curvature and reflect in the concave mirror, after reflection it will follow the same path. Okay, it will follow the same path. You can see this ray is incident and again it will reflect back in the same path. Okay, this is the rule number 2. Rule number 2. Now, again, the ray number 3, the ray, suppose one ray is incident on the pole, by making some angle. Okay, by making some angle. This ray will reflect back. This ray will reflect back by obeying the laws of reflection. By obeying the laws of reflection. That is, angle of incidence equals to angle of reflection. Okay? If incident like this, again it will reflect back by obeying the laws of reflection. Okay? Not only pole, but suppose one ray is incident here. Okay? By making an angle. This also reflect back by obeying the law. Okay? This is the surface of the mirror at any point. If this is normal, if we do this normal, then this also reflect back by obeying the laws of reflection. Okay? Now, one more is that if a ray is come through the straight like principal axis, it is also reflect back along the same path. That is, it is incident normally to the plane mirror, and after reflection it will follow the same path, same direction. Okay, so these are the different rules of reflection in concave mirror. Now we will consider convex mirror. Okay, so this will be the convex mirror. So here the ray which are parallel to principal axis, after reflection it will appears to come from the focus. Okay, in case of convex mirror, the ray after reflection it will convert into focus, but in case of convex mirror, the ray after reflection parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it will appears to come from the focus. That means it will diverge. And if you see from here, then in our eyes it appears that the ray is come from the back side of the mirror, from a point. Okay. The next is again suppose a ray incident along the same direction of the center of curvature. Okay, here you can see along the same direction of the center of curvature. So after reflection, this ray will follow the same path. Okay, if you see from here, then in your eye it will appear that this ray is come from the center of curvature. So the ray which are in the direction of the center of curvature after reflection, it follow the same path. Okay, this is the number 2. And number 3 is again, I already told you this concave mirror that the ray incident on the pole or any other surface. Okay, it will reflect back by obeying the laws of reflection. That means this angle of incident equals to angle of reflection. Okay, angle of incident equals to angle of reflection. and the ray which are normal to the pole, it will reflect back in same path. It is normal to the pole and it will reflect back to the same path. Okay, so these are the rules of the different rays passing through the spherical mirror. By using this rule, we will draw different ray diagrams of concave mirror of different position of object by placing different object in different position, and image will be formed in different position. Okay, we will draw later on picture. So just go through these rules and to this same convention. Tomorrow in my next lecture, I will describe about the mirror formula. Okay, I will derive the mirror formula. Okay, so I have already told all of you that we will conduct one online exam. So just go through my all the lectures. Okay, go through the lecture, and if you have any doubt, then just ask me. Okay, if you have any doubt, then just ask me. So for today, thank you.